YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video. We're going to be talking about Chase Young and his rehab process and what is the timeline looking like for his return. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure to go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Let's get straight into today's videos. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm about to fuck this joint up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Damn. When I hop in the booth, they fuck with my sound. Put that shit on the scale, we taxin' pound for pound. Nigga keep dissing, put them in the ground. My shit in your ear and tell me how it sound. A nigga too smart can catch me out of bounds. Let's go. That bitch got cooked like some chicken. And he lying, he not rapping what he living. That is my cousin, but this shit a business. Work that bitch out just like we doing fitness.
Hips.
So, Chase Young, right? As we know, Chase Young tore his ACL Week 10 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it was an unfortunate injury because he wasn't having the season that we all thought he was going to have, coming off of that 2020 Defensive Rookie of the Year performance that he had the year prior. And like I said again, it sucked because you're seeing a guy like Chase Young have a season that he had 2020 and then follow up the season that he had in 2021. You can't do nothing but feel for the guy because he already was having a terrible season, 1.5 sacks, and then he tears his ACL, and it's not easy to go through that. No, I never experienced something like that, but you could just imagine what Chase Young probably was going through mentally. Like, okay, I'm not having the best of season, and then I tear my ACL. It's very easy to get down on yourself. It's very easy to lose the passion and love that you've had for a game that you've been playing since you were a kid. And on the bright side, at least Chase Young came out and said that he wasn't getting too down on himself because he was just remaining hopeful and looking at every situation optimistically, as you should do in life. So that's a great sign to hear. Now, as we know, Chase Young has been training in Colorado, Aspen to be exact, and that's not too, that's not too rare to hear, because when you hear a lot of athletes tear their ACLs, they're typically going to places like Colorado to get, the rehab workout in, because I guess there's like a very, very good doctor in Colorado that works on that kind of stuff and trainer and whatnot. So it's great to hear that. That's where you see the video of him working out with Von Miller. I think Chase Young is really locked in this year. Like last year, I'm not saying he wasn't locked in, but you could definitely see, and this is with the whole team, the little success that we had in 2020 got to their heads. You hear the outside media talking about how good this defense is going to be this year, led by this front four. If Ryan Fitzpatrick could just do his job and not mess it up, this Washington team could be really, really good. They hear that. They're human. I wouldn't say they probably watch NFL Network, but again, they hear it. And they let it get to his head. I mean, to their head. You hear the local reporters asking them, how do they feel about possibly breaking the sack record for most in NFL history with the duo, and you hear stuff like that, and we're human, man. When someone is like gassing our head up, it makes you feel good. Like, you can't lie about that. So that's how they felt about it, and it didn't translate onto the field, And this year, I personally feel like they're more humble. They're more locked in. Not a lot of social media usage, which I could care less about if they was using social media too much, because again, they're human. They can do whatever they want, But they just seem more focused, and I hate injuries for anybody, but this injury for Chase Young, it was probably humbling, It made him realize the love that he has for this game. It made him realize that at any moment you can get this game snatched away from you, the one that you worked your whole life for to play at the professional level on the biggest stage. It could be gone just like that, and I think Chase Young had realized that in this process, and I think we're gonna get a whole new Chase Young, man. I mean, you hear him back around the building. You know, obviously he can't practice, but he's just cheering on his teammates on the sideline, just being Chase Young like how he always is with his personality. But as far as on the field, I think we're gonna get a whole new monster, man. I think he's going to be more locked in than ever. He hears the critics. He hears everyone saying, oh, we should have drafted Justin Herbert. You know, he hears all that stuff, right? So I think Chase Young is going to make all those people eat their words, and I'm excited about this year for Chase Young. You know, I really am. But when will we see Chase Young? At the current moment of his rehab process, he's lifting weights, he's running. As we saying, he's working out with Von Miller. There is talks about him possibly starting the season on the PUP list. And I do not think Chase Young is going to be ready week 1. There is a chance he may be, just because we know how quickly these young guys bones heal. And I'm saying young guy like I'm not younger than Chase, but you see what I'm going here. He's 23 years old, and he's super young, and the bones and the muscles and everything repairs itself quicker than an older person would, than like a Logan Thomas would, you know. So again, there is an outside chance that he plays week 1, but I don't think we're probably going to see Chase maybe into like week 4 or 5. And that's just the possibility of his current state right now. You know, maybe he has a super jump, and in 2 months, September 11th, September 9th, you know, 2 days before the game versus the Jaguars, he feels good or whatever, you know. Who knows? But at the current moment, he says in his press conference that he had when the media spoke to him that rehab is going well. You know, everything is on track, and he's not going to rush it. If he could, he make everything go faster, he would love to do that. But he isn't going to rush it. He's just going to go according to plan. They have a plan in place, like Ron Rivera always liked to say, and they're just going to follow that. You know, we're going to see Chase Young back at some point again. It would be great to see him back week 1. I would love to see Chase Young back week 1. But at this current moment, I don't think we're going to see him back week 1. But again, we're still 2 months away from training camp or from the season starting. So we'll see. I definitely don't think he's going to be practicing at training camp for sure. Maybe on some side field work or something like that. But I definitely don't see him partaking in the actual, you know, scrimmages, pads on, hitting each other. I don't think he's going to do none of that. You know, maybe he'll warm up with the guys, you know, but actually participating in the process of practicing in training camp, I don't think he's going to do that. I don't either. And me personally, I know Chase Young is going to stay in shape. I know he's been working on his game mentally, because he says he's watching the film from last year. I know he's working on his game physically, the little that he can do. He, again, like he said, his knees is going to be, or legs rather, is going to be, you know, more in shape than ever because he's working so hard on them. So I know he's going to come back in shape. I know he's going to come back better than ever. It's just at this current moment, when is that? We don't know. He didn't give us a timetable for his exact return because maybe he doesn't even know when he's going to be ready. You know, all we know at this current moment is Chase Young is working his tail off and everything is going according to plan. And I'm excited for year 3 of Chase Young. So yeah, man, there you have it. As always, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All the links are down below in the description. Let me know how you guys are feeling about Chase Young headed into year 3. Leave it all below in the comment section. As always, me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Washington Commanders. I'm out. Peace.